Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome to another episode of the Brown Book series. Tonight I have, oh my God, I have a treat. You know, I love when I find a new author to read, because then I just like binge like their whole series. And then once I finish binging their series, I'm like, okay, now you gotta come on and talk to all my friends over here at the Brown Book series. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Give a big warm Brown Book series welcome to Miss the Romance Author. I know her business. I'm gonna say her business in a minute. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. That was a sidebar. Y'all know how I do. Romance author Miss Evelyn Sola. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello, hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, honey. How are you, darling?
I am good. I am good.
You're good?
Yes.
Me too. You looking all pretty and things, girl.
Oh, I try. Since the pandemic, I work from home. Some weeks I don't go out. So I actually showered today and put makeup on for you.
Oh, look at that. I appreciate that, honey. Look. Girl, I'm gonna tell you, some days I'm like, I need to invest in a pajama line because I can't take. And the sweatsuit, girl, I had to go into the studio today and had to put on for clothes. I was upset. I had a whole attitude. I was like, what?
And it's bad when you don't put on clothes for a long time and then you put them on and they're tight.
They're tight. Don't nothing fit. Like nothing. I'm like, it don't make no sense. And then for me, I had a house fire last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. And so, okay, everything's gone. So then we moved into the house. We in the pandemic, and I bought sweats.
Sweats and PJs.
That's it. Sweats and PJs. And they're like, oh, Shay, can you come in today? I'm like, oh, wait, I can't. What I need to do? They try to have all business meetings with me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better though. Pray for me. I'm gonna do better. So, Evelyn, tell us a little bit about you outside of the literary world, because we're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna know everything about you before you leave. You're gonna be like, damn.
Well, let's see. I'm a mom of two. Yep. I've been married. God, it's gonna be 14 years this next April.
Girl, congratulations.
And every year, on our anniversary, I tell them, "You're lucky. This might just be the year I kill you." So I haven't done it yet.
Okay, you're doing good. Look, he's doing good then. Sure.
So if you've read my first books, I am originally from Haiti. Came to the U.S. at the young age of 6. Grew up in Massachusetts. Then I moved to Raleigh, lived there for 5 years. That's where I met my husband. And then he got a job here in Chicago, which is where he's from. So we've been here since 2011.
So you just doing your thing. I absolutely love that.
I love to travel. So,
I see. I'm like, yo, you traveling a lot. Yeah. Is there a reason? Are you military or anything like that?
No, not military. So I moved to Raleigh because my older sister moved there with her family, and I'm like, oh, I'll try something new. She wanted me to come down there. So I went. I actually really loved it there. I lived there for 5 years. And then I met my husband. And when I met him, he was doing a PhD.
Oh.
And then he did a postdoc. And then he got a job here at the University of Illinois in Chicago. So, which is where he teaches. So that's where we are.
These husbands, but I say they just take you all over the damn world.
So not military, although I feel like sometimes we are kind of military, because then we had moved to DC for a couple of years.
See,
he was doing something there. And then I'm like, if I wanted a military husband, I would have married one. I told him, I said, I'm not moving again. So
that's how we were, just moving. I'm like, look, buddy, hey, what you doing? Where we going? I was like an old person. I need some roots.
Yeah, exactly. I need roots. I'm like, if I said, you want to live in Chicago? I'm going to give you Chicago, but I'm not moving again unless, we move back to my stomping grounds. I'll go back to Boston.
Come up here with me. That's where I'm at. That's my hubby was like, this is where we're gonna be. I'm like, okay, let me go buy a house. I'm like, I'll be here, no problem.
I mean, I would go back there in a heartbeat.
I love it here.
Yeah.
I love it here. I was like, yo, this place is awesome. And some people, like when you mentioned earlier when we was talking off camera, people are like, why are you coming from the south and moving to the north? Like, why would you do that? Everywhere I go, people ask the same thing. Why did you do that? I'm like, but
life happens.
It happens, and I'm cool with it. I love it. It's all right with me. So, Evelyn.
Yes.
Romance writing. What in the world? What made you decide to become, well, an author, first of all, and then why romance?
Well, first of all, I never, ever thought of being a writer. Never thought about it. Never entered my mind.
Really?
But we'll get into how that happened. But romance, because that's what really developed my love for reading. I think it started when I was in about the 7th grade. My cousins always had the Harlequin books, and I don't know, I just started reading one day, and I got to the naughty parts, and I remember the next day I took the book, and all of my friends, I was showing them on the school bus, look at this. So that's what started it. I just wanted to read the nasty parts. Okay.
I kind of girl.
And I didn't come up in a household where that was ever talked about. So I'm like, oh my God, I can have this in all these books. And my mother doesn't know what's in any of these books. So I could read freely. And then I just love story. I just love a good romance. I just love a good happy ending, and the journey there to the happy ending. I love character development. To me, a romance is just the back piece. It's just a story about life, and we all love love, I think. So that's really like what started. But I mean, I've read all kinds of books. I mean, I started off reading Harlequins, contemporary. Yeah. Then I read nothing but historical romance novels for years. That's it, just historical. Then I stopped reading romance for a long time. Then I started reading Stephen King and George R.R. Martin and James Patterson, John Grisham. But you know what? I came back to romance because that's my true love. And in all the books that I've read, I never thought that I could be a writer because I didn't think that I had the imagination. And I didn't think that I could tell a story like, my favorite authors. It's just not something that I ever considered. I just said, I'll just read. There are infinite amounts of books. I'll just read,
But then what happened that you was like, you know what, I'm done reading. I'm about to write.
Well, I still read. Like reading, I read as I write. Yeah. And it helps me. Like reading helps me write better, I think. So if I'm blocked, I'll just read a couple of books. And then
that makes sense. So no, like, well, what made you decide to become an author, to be published?
It was completely by accident. Like,
oh Lord, what happened, girl?
Okay, you know what happened? 50 Shades of Grey happened. Okay.
What? And it happened to you, or you was reading the book?
No, the books.
Oh no, girl. We about to say this is interesting. I'm about to
it's a lot. So the books came out. I had never heard of the books. Then my husband said, "Oh, have you heard about this 50 Shades of Grey?" I'm like, "What is that?" So he got me he had a Kindle. Like back then I was still reading paperbacks. Okay. I was not into the whole ebook thing. So he downloaded it on his. And I'm reading like, well, I know why you wanted me to read this.
He was like, let's try this. Husband was like,
I'm like, okay, I know why you wanted me to read this. So then I read all 3 books, put them away, didn't think about them again. Then the movie came out, and then I went and I saw the first movie with a girlfriend of mine. And then I went back and I reread all the books again. And then I'm like, oh, it's cute, whatever. So for some reason, I started reading fan fiction, which I had never done before. And there were so many, 50 Shades of Grey fanfic. So I read those for a while. made some friends. We were in Facebook pages, made some friends, and then somebody was like, well, why don't you just write your own? And then my husband was like, well, you're always reading that stuff. Why don't you just try writing one? I'm like, I can't write. I'm not a writer. I'm not. So, but then I started writing 50 Shades of Grey fanfic, and people liked it. And I'm like, okay, I can't believe people actually like stuff that I'm writing. So I wrote a few of them. And then again, my husband's like, well, you're spending all that time writing fanfic. Just write your own story. Like, what are you talking about? This is all just fun. We giggle with my virtual friends, our little lady friends. I'm like, I'm not. He's like, yeah, but if you're reading it and people like it, just create your own characters. And then, I thought about it. And then a couple of my friends who also, wrote fan fiction, they were starting to, self-publish. So then I'm like, okay, all right, I'll start writing my own book. So then I wrote that, and I had it edited and everything. And I just sat on it for like 6 months because I was scared to put it out there.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then I finally did. And you know what they say, the rest is history. So
I'm so happy you did, though. You were just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead on and do this thing. Write me some books.
Yeah, and I just fell in love with the, with creating the characters and their backstories, and what makes them who they are. The hurts that they've suffered and how those hurts, fuel their lives. And how meeting that perfect someone can help you, pull you out of the darkness sometimes.
It really does. One thing I do like about your books, because they're not like hella long, but you can, the way you develop the character in such a small frame of time, I think it was good. I always love when a person can develop the character in a short time where you can just get it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta be reading the damn 9 chapters until we figure out what didn't happen.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. Yeah, it's from the beginning. It's like, okay, they come with the story already. So I like that. I was like, okay, this is all right, cool. We ain't got to figure out who shot JR. It's almost like, okay, these are, so I like that about it. And speaking of your books, it brings us to the first segment here, the Brown Book Series, called Name That Book, where we take a character or a synopsis or a passage or something from one of your books, and you have to name that book.
Okay.
She's like, oh, shit.
Let's do this now.
But you like, I should have watched one of these damn shows. All right, name that book. First up. Oh, wait, I gotta put my glasses on. I can't see. I was gonna try to be cute and be like, but I was gonna try to be cute, right? And be like, I don't need glasses tonight, honey. This all right.
Yeah. I don't even try that. I mean, girl, I'm blind.
This all right eye mind said, bitch.
Not today, bitch. Not today.
Yeah, she said, bitch, not today. That bitch, she was like, girl, you better just wear the lipstick and be cute like that. Hey,
you can still be cute in your glasses. I like those.
Thank you very much. I be trying, girl, honey. And then me and this hell, I'll be having struggles in my life, but it's okay. It's okay. The old folks said we shall overcome. All right, so first up, name that book. All right. Before that night, the over-the-top party and the cake incident, I spent Saturday nights with girlfriends laminating my life over margaritas.
That is crave.
That is crave.
And that's Sandy.
Yes, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy ass is a little different. She was a little. I needed Sandy to kind of. I don't know. But I like those Sandy, honey. All right, cool. See, you're doing good. Great. Okay. Name that book. Character. I love this man. He's a little complex, but I loved him. Ethan Bradford.
Oh,
Take over. We're gonna get into the the names of your books as well, because they're all kind of like a one title,
one word.
It's one word.
Yeah.
But it's like it's one word, but the book, you're like, oh, okay, I can see it. I get it. You know, I'm like, all right, then. All right, name the book. One day I was planning the rest of my life with my soulmate, and the next I was picking up the pieces of a love so strong it broke me apart.
Broken.
Girl, that thing was sad. You hear me? Okay. My people getting mad at me because, you know, I'm the one that be in a book club telling like everything. They be like, Shay, we just on chapter 4. I'm like, y'all need to test it.
They should have read faster. Read
They
faster.
should have read exactly. But this telling about this all broken. I felt the heart of the people. It's like, this is crazy. All right, take the book. There are many rules to follow as your mom's guest at the company holiday party.
Oh, that's Unwrapped.
That is Unwrapped. Talk to us a little bit about Unwrapped.
Unwrapped is a fun little holiday story. Like if you read any of my other books, they're all filled with drama.
Yes, girl. Yeah. I love it though.
Unwrapped has a little drama, but it was meant to be lighthearted and fun and funny. So the synopsis of the book is that it's an age gap. So he's 12 years older, and he is the hero is the heroine's mother's boss.
Yes.
And he
yeah.
So he kind of stepped in. So it's like a small company, and he kind of stepped in. His uncle owns the company, but his uncle had some health problems. So he kind of stepped in, and on the first day, let's just say when he met the mom, they didn't have a good first meeting. So mom has hated him since then.
Right.
And that was around Halloween. So then now Christmas party time comes. And so mom takes her daughter with her as her +1 to the party because her husband refuses to go. And so, you know, the heroine, her name's Miranda, she's, you know, gonna meet this boss who's been giving her mom such a hard time. And she's just ready to, you know, give him the stink eye. And you know, that's not what happens. So she ends up meeting him.
She gave him something else, baby. She gave him that eye, right?
She gave him something. But
yes, honey. She gave him that eye ass, honey. Yes, she did.
So she's like, well, wait a minute. And all this time that my mom's been complaining about this man, she never said that he was fine.
Fine.
So
fine. I really enjoyed that book. And let me just say this, girl, honey, you can describe a man, okay? That's she wanted them. That can really.
Well, I mean, that's why we read them, right? I mean,
yes. I sometimes some of like my favorite books that I love, girl, I just skip straight to the hot and steam.
Yeah. I mean, we read the romance novels for the men.
That is true. That is true. All right, next up, name that book. I was not a gambler. No way. I've built an existence free of risk and adventure.
Oh, that's my latest Takedown.
That's the latest Takedown, an accidental marriage romance. Yeah. And this just came out in the month of October, late October.
Yep, can you tell us 10 days ago?
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Okay, yeah. So
without giving us a whole spoiler, because you know they're getting upset with me. And let me tell you something. Who is that boy with their shirt open like that? That's what I need to know, Lord.
Well, this is Adam Flynn. That's the character's name.
Yes.
So this book is actually connected to some of my other books. So Adam is Ethan's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Melanie, the heroine, is the sister of my hero from this book, Cherish. So they're kind of related. So Melanie and Adam are neighbors. So she lives with her brother and his wife in a 2-flat. Her brother owns the house and he rents the upstairs apartment. And Adam lives upstairs. And Adam's had a thing for Melanie.
Dupree, baby, Miss Dupree, yes.
Yeah. So he's had a thing for her since he's lived there. And she's always kind of like pushed him off. So they end up at the beginning of the book, they're in Vegas for a mutual friend's wedding. And she wakes up in a bed next to him. And then when she looks down at her finger, she has a wedding ring on. And then she sees their marriage license on the nightstand. So she does what any reasonable person would do. While he's asleep, she runs out of the hotel room and changes her flight and flies back home before he wakes up.
Girl, that's so crazy because I tried to do that. Like when I woke up after I had got married, I'm like, what the hell did I do? And I tried to. Sorry, okay, carry on.
So she's already on a plane by the time he wakes up. She's already headed back east. So, like I said, he lives upstairs, so it's not like he doesn't know where to find her. So he goes home the next day, and she denies it and says the wedding license is a fake. But he has it on video. He has their wedding on video. So let's just say it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rocky in the beginning, but something happens that kind of helps Adam out. Her mom, Melanie's mom, shows up.
Yeah, well, don't give the whole.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it away. I'm
okay, cool.
Her
mama was the day.
So her mom shows up, and their relationship is not good
at all.
So that forces her out. So she's like, okay, Mom, surprise, I'm married. Here's my husband. Bye. See you.
Right. He loved Adam then, honey. He was hubby then.
He was hubby then. Like, okay. So that's how. So it's a whole journey, and even though like they're married when the book starts, you still get the journey of their romance. Yeah. And their journey to love, and the crazy side characters like she has family problems, and even though Adam has a very loving mom, he also has some family things that he's not dealing with. So it's a whole journey of discovery and acceptance and love, and I always try in my books to add some funny parts, because what's life if we can't laugh? That's true. Yeah, add a few things.
Very enjoyable. That much of what is enjoyable and steamy. I was like, this is good. I'm gonna call on Miss Evelyn, honey. Tell her what I mean.
We need some steam and some romance in our romance novels.
Yes, I think some romance, and I get it. Some romance are just sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I don't. Yeah,
I don't know sweet.
I can have a little sweet with my spicy. You can have
in the beginning. We have little sweet moments.
Yeah,
but no. I want
some lunch.
I want that happily ever after.
Yeah.
Yes, I want a happy ending for real. Yes. And speaking of happy endings, girl, it brings us to the next segment here in the brand. See, I'm all tongue-tied talking about the happy endings, girl. I get excited. Woo! The next segment here at the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather? Well, we take the heroes from each one of your books and we pit them against each other, and you let us know, girl, who you want a one night stand with and why. Okay? First up, we try not to make them too hard. Well, we made them hard.
Oh, I like them hard.
I was like, well, I'm gonna pick out the ones that I want to sleep with. Let me see. Okay, who would you rather? First up, Cooper Stevens or Noah Weston?
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, geez.
Yes, God.
I don't know. I don't know. God, I don't know.
We're trying to marry nobody. We're just trying to hit it, quit it.
Oh, okay. We're gonna hit it and quit it. Cooper.
Okay. Yeah. We want to knock down, drag out. Yes, Lord. That's what we want. Why Cooper over Noah?
Well, I mean, Noah. I think I described Cooper as more buffed and chiseled, right? I didn't do that with Noah, because Noah had some issues. But
he was sexy though.
They're all sexy. Yeah, but Cooper had the abs.
Yes. Well, I was like, Noah got the swag, and it seemed like he, the flow with the motion. But Cooper seemed like he might pick me up and be like,
Yes.
Okay, cool. Back out. All right,
And he has the tattoos. Cooper has the tattoos.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yes, yeah. Cooper has the tattoos. So we're both went with Cooper. All right, next up, who'd you rather? This one ain't fair. Jacob Clark or Lucas Clark?
Oh, the brothers. Okay. Oh, see, gosh.
Yeah,
okay, so Luke is younger, so I would definitely want Jacob because he's older. But Luke cooks, and Jake doesn't. Right. So
you don't want to feed you out of your. You gonna feed me after you knock me up against this wall, baby.
I guess Jacob, he could always order food. I mean, he
Lucas to bring it over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You go with Jacob.
So all Jacob right. Clark, yes.
All right, Jacob, that's it. All right. Last up, who would you rather?
Oh boy, you and these brothers.
Ethan Bradford or Adam Flynn?
See, oh
girl.
Gosh.
I know. That's what I said.
Or if I'm gonna hit it and quit it, Adam.
Okay. Why Adam?
Because Adam is very much into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And
but bodybuilders got a small penis.
Well, he's not competing. I'm just saying he's into taking care of his body. Not like, no, not that. I described that. So
I was just like, okay, so, Adam it is. All right, that's what's up. So Evelyn, how long does it take you to write a book?
I think from start to having a final draft, about 2.5 to 3 months.
Okay.
And I try to do 2,000 words a day.
Oh, well.
And my book's a little longer. They're all about 100,000 words. But some days I don't have 2,000 words in me.
It don't seem like it's that long though.
It's not. Like if you have, it's not. Most days I can get it out, but sometimes, especially when you get to the middle part of the book where they're together already, and then you just got to keep things interesting before the climax, you want
to write the love scenes. Go on, tell
it might take a little bit, but yeah. So from first word to finish to a draft that I can then go back and edit before sending it to the editor, 2.5 to 3 months.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so editing, publishing, all the good stuff. You are still indie, correct?
I am, yes.
Do you want to continue being an indie author, or do you want to eventually go over to the traditional publishing company?
I mean, I've only known indie, and I like having control of my books. I can release whenever I want. I control my covers. I control everything. So I'm not, dying to go the traditional route. So I'm happy where I am.
You happy where you're okay? Sounds good to me. Look, I'm with all of it for real.
Yeah.
So you have me, I'm happy, girl. Author's moments, Evelyn. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year? In the literary world and then your regular world?
Oh, well, it's the holiday season. So, and I have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. So
Jesus,
we got to do the whole Christmas thing. And I'm still, I still work full time. And I'm still trying to write every day. So I'm just trying to pack as much into my day as possible.
I'm with that. That makes sense, girl. Get it all out. Yeah. All right. Author's moments. In being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Sometimes, you box yourself into a corner, I think, with your characters. So now I maybe leave things a little bit more open. So in case, like, for example, if I want to go back and revisit a side character and make them a main character, I might not be too specific in the book where they're introduced. So that way I can give myself some room to really, to develop them if I need to. Whereas if I already say so much about them, I'm kind of boxed in to work with what I've already written.
That makes sense. Deborah Fletcher Mello, she said that when she was writing like series, whatnot, she learned to like make them, if she's doing a guy, he has a brother, make him have like, 6 brothers, a big family with cousins, all that. So, because I think she told the story once that, when she was finished, I was like, okay, cool. What you got next? So she's like, I had to go find some brothers, So I totally understand that now. Because I used to be like, when I see people with a bunch of series, I'm like, I love them. I love that. But I was just like, yo, how do they, keep it going like that? And then that's was like, okay, you gotta, like you said, bring in the other characters, not so much develop them because they're gonna have their own story.
Right. But just give a little bit.
Just enough to make it interesting that we'd be like, okay, not to be like, why the fuck they here? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like enough to make the readers want to, what about them? Are they going to get a story? What happened with her?
See, I love that stuff. See, that's what I'm talking about. All right, author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be?
Oh, geez. I think if I could, let me see, I would pick the character from my 3rd book, Crash. She's younger. She's probably one of the youngest heroines I've written, but she's really, she knows her own mind, and she's a hard worker, and she's tough, but sweet, and lovable. So
why would you want to have tea with her?
Because she's fun too. I think that when I wrote her, I wrote somebody that I wish that I was at that age.
Oh.
Even though she had her problems, she stood up for herself.
Yeah.
She knew what she wanted, and what she didn't want. She was honest. So, not to say I was not honest, but she was honest with herself.
Gotcha.
So I like her.
I like her. I want to be her. Okay, cool. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self.
Oh God.
What would you say?
Don't be stupid.
At 15, you probably wouldn't listen though. But yeah, what would you say?
I would tell her, 15, geez, I would tell her to travel the world as much as she can before she settles down. And I would tell
you did.
Yeah. I would tell any young girl, if you want to get married and have a family, that's great, but that's not the only thing that there is. Get to know yourself, and do the things that you want to do before you have a family.
Gotcha. All right. I understand that. What would your pen name be?
Well, my pen name is Evelyn Sola.
And why did you go with a pen name?
Because I have a boring name. My name is Marie. I mean, who wants to? And
but okay, Marie actually is not boring. Marie is pretty.
Well, Marie, except for when people think it's Mary. And it's not,
Well, people just dumb sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But I like the Marie, Marias, and all them. Those are cute. You like a Marie? That's a pretty name.
Yeah, Marie. So I was like, and actually, I was gonna my name was Evelyn Street because I grew up on Evelyn Street. And really? Yeah, so I'm like, oh well. So then I just changed it because I like ES. I like those initials. So I said, I'll Evelyn Sola. I Googled it. There were no other Evelyn Sola authors. So I said, there you go.
Okay, I'm with it. But do you ever get confused when people calling your name Evelyn? You're like,
no, I'm used to it now. I'm used to it.
Okay, so it's like, okay. I get it. I'm with it. All right. Miss Evelyn, honey, yes. All right. What are you bored of?
I am bored of this pandemic. That's what I'm bored of.
Yes,
I I am sick of, like, we spent like a whole 2020 just bunked down, like, like my husband was super hardcore, like social distancing,
oh yeah.
and we still do it to some extent, because you don't know who's vaccinated, who's not, and then we have a 9-year-old, who's
Right.
still not. She will be, but she's not.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm bored of that. I want to go back to the pre-COVID life when I could just walk in a building without having to wear a mask.
I get it. I get it. And
I
you
want
know,
to eat inside a restaurant in the winter. Like, in the summer was fine because we would just sit outside, but now it's getting cold again here. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to be able to, like, on a Friday night, go to a restaurant
and you're in
and
Chicago
not
too. Now,
worry about it.
about the whole mask thing for me. I get you on that. But the waitress and the waiters, I was okay with them wearing the mask.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
be talking about my food.
Let's keep doing that.
Yeah, let's keep doing that. Because I thought I'm not with that. And then even the people that cooks and all that, like, y'all, no, don't
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool with that. So, if y'all say, okay, y'all can go back to being, free for the mask, the world, I'm cool with that. But can y'all make the waitresses and the waiters and them people?
I agree.
Because I was like, I loved it. They be like, I like, keep it on, baby. I'm good.
But I will say the good thing about that is I haven't had a cold in, I don't remember how long.
Girl, I'll tell you, when we first started wearing the mask though, so we, girl, we in the store, the 1 or 2 times. I didn't, the whole first year it was a wrap. I was in the house, like, my husband was not playing, like, in the house, ma'am. No problem. Pajamas, good. But girl, when it started lighting up a little bit, I think this year, when I said, no, we went to the freaking place to get the vaccination shot. Somebody coughed while we was in the girl, it cleared out everything.
That's like the worst thing you can do now is cough in public.
It was the mess. And one lady, she's an older lady. I felt so bad for her because she ran outside. And we came inside. I'm like, you okay? She said she had a halls. And she said, I'm in there, I'm trying to get the mask. And then I started coughing. And she said, I felt like, she said, I was running out. Yo, it was a mess. I was like, you can't even sniff. You have allergies. You done. You automatically.
Don't sneeze. Your eyes better not be watering, nothing.
What? That's it. I'm telling you. Yeah, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. But, it's going to be all right after a while. All right, author's moments. If you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
You mean like a musical instrument?
Yes, girl, music instrument. Yeah.
I would love to just be able to play the piano. And just, I don't have any musical skills whatsoever, but if I could, I would do that.
I'm with it. Pianos are good. All right. What's the one dream that you tucked away?
Gosh, I don't know. That's a hard one. I was gonna say maybe deep down writing novels, but that was never really a dream of mine. So I don't know. I think just maybe like, I don't know if this would be considered a dream, but just be more assertive.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm with that. What's something you've tried really hard to like, but girl, it's a no for me, dog?
Star Wars.
And who?
Star Wars. I'm sorry. I can't.
Girl. I'm with that. I'm with you. I love Star Wars though, but I'm with you on that. Because some stuff that people like, I'm just like, okay, unpopular opinion. I'm like, I don't know. And then for me, I think I'm a little weird too, because some stuff that may be out now, like on the TV screen or whatever, years later, I'll be like, oh, this is good. Why didn't I watch this? You know what I'm saying? I have to be.
Yeah, that's true.
It takes me a minute I don't know why when everybody's on it, I'm not for some strange reason. Unless it's a book.
Yeah.
New releases, I'm on it. But just like movies and TV shows and all that, I have to literally like, I don't know. Something has to kiss my like Suits. The TV show Suits. Like
Oh, so I've never watched that.
Girl, me either until now. Like something happened. I was watching something on YouTube and it came across as an advertisement. So I clicked on them, looking. I'm like, ooh. So now I'm binge watching Suits. Like in the midst of me binge watching The Good Wife. I'm telling you. I mean, The Good Witch. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm weird like that. All right. So you just couldn't. I get it. Star Wars. What do you most look forward to about getting older?
I was just talking about this to a friend. I think as we get older as women, we really like find ourselves, like our true authentic selves. Like I was telling her, like my 20s were not great. Like I was a disaster. My 30s were better, but like now my 40s are really like great because I'm doing things for me too. So I think I have to find space. Like I said, I have a husband, I have kids, I have a family, but then I found writing is something that I do for me.
Right.
And I love that. And I don't think that in my 30s I would have been able to say I want to just do this for me because it was about everyone else. So
that is so crazy. Yeah, and it's like that. In my 20s, I was like, I was about to change. I had fun though. I had too much fun. I had reckless fun. Girl, yeah. My God. And in my 30s, I was like, okay, let me, figure this thing. Now I don't give a damn, baby. I don't know what happened. I'm like, yo, it was a turn. I'm like, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I don't want, and I don't care. Now,
and you like who you are. You accept who you are.
Exactly.
And if this person doesn't, it's not my problem.
Not my problem. It's your problem.
I'm not going to twist myself into a pretzel
anymore because I found out the hard way that I was twisting for everybody. But when it came time to get twisted for me, it was no twistation nowhere. No, like wait, no twistation.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever. So now I roll with the ones that roll with me, and that's it.
Right. Exactly.
It is what it is. Author's moments. What are you amazingly good at?
Well, ask my kids, they'll probably say no, but I think I am a good cook. So
why would your kids say no? They haters.
They want to eat Chipotle and McDonald's and crap like that.
Stuff like that.
And they have no money. So
none. You gonna eat what I got, girl? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm telling you. All right, author's moments. What's one mistake you keep repeating?
Oh God, I keep going to my job every day. No.
Listen. Woo.
So
I understand. Okay, I get it. But after a while, you don't have to do nothing no more. It's gonna be full time.
Yeah.
That's it. It's this. All right. What's something that you tried that you're like, yeah, we ain't doing that no more?
Oh gosh. Let's see. I think I try to watch. I don't know. Some show, my husband, some Western. I don't know.
So you're like, no. You're like Westerns, girl.
But I did watch The Harder They Fall this weekend, and I liked that. Okay. That was really good.
I've seen that good. Girl,
so I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Yes, I've seen that one. I'm good. I love Western, girl. Give me some old Josie Wells, baby. Love it. All right, cool. What's the last book that you couldn't put down?
Oh, geez. Let's see. I fly through these. I think the last book that I read was another contemporary romance by an indie author, Melanie Moreland. That's the name of the author. And I think it was what was it? No, that wasn't the last book. Actually, it was a book that it was an MC romance. Gianna Darling, Welcome to the Dark Side. I don't know if
Oh,
if you read that one.
nice.
It was an age gap book, and it's not usually my thing, like the MCs, but I mean this one was really good. It was a little dirty.
Okay. Look, we're down with the dirtiness
Yeah.
now. Now that I am. And speaking of dirty, what time of day is the best for sex for you?
That's the morning. Because I'm too tired at night, so
Really?
I didn't get it in the morning.
I mean, put me to sleep in the morning time. I just want you to give me a kiss and tell me you see me later. I don't, or leave my little money on the nightstand, baby. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. She like that morning love, honey. I'm with it. All right, dead or alive. If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
Okay, these are real people that existed, right?
Real people, girl. You can't be, yes, real people, dead or alive.
Okay, so I would invite Eddie Murphy because I love him.
This is about to be a funny ass.
I mean,
type.
he's one of those people. I said Eddie Murphy can shoot a school bus full of kids and I would still support him. So, Whoopi Goldberg, I think she's hilarious. I love her. I love her too.
Yeah. Whoopi.
Of course, MLK.
Yeah, you're taking
I would invite the Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG. And let's see. Oh, so I'm up 4 now. Who else? Who else? You know who I would invite? I would invite Hillary Clinton.
Evelyn. Why?
Why?
Well, okay, hold on. Let's look at your table real quick. Eddie Murphy, Whoopi Goldberg, MLK, Miss Ruth, and Hillary. Oh, okay. Now that I said out loud, yeah. I'm with it.
Okay. I mean, smart women.
They are
all 3. Eddie Murphy is also very smart. He would be the comic relief, Yeah.
You know what though? He's in person. He's not.
No, he's not. He's very reserved in person.
Very, yeah. I got the chance to interview him once and just been around him a couple of times after that. It was a very nice, pleasant interview. He made, but just the wild, deliriously raw person. And we'd be like, oh, Eddie, he's real. No. He's real cool, real cool.
Yeah,
cool. Girl, yeah, your party. I like your party though. But MLK might get him lit, honey. Look.
Yeah, and proposition the women, but
that. I'm coming to that party. I am with all of it. What do you like doing when you're not writing?
I like to watch TV. So I like my TV shows.
What shows do you watch?
So I've been watching some. So I watched The Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
Yo,
that was good.
That was good.
I watched Maid. That was also very good.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's a limited series. That's also on Netflix. That's pretty good too.
Okay.
It's about a young girl. She was in an abusive relationship and she left, and so it's just her journey.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I still watch The Young and the Restless every day. I am not ashamed.
Victor Newman, baby. I'm trying to tell you that now. Victor Newman.
See, now that's a hero in a romance novel. A Victor Newman type.
Let me tell you, I love him. Let me tell you, that old man, that can get it. He could have got it back then. He could get it now. I don't care. He can come in and be like, bitch, I'm be 90 tomorrow. And I'm like, you want it?
Hey, let's go.
I'll get it to you real quick. You know what I'm saying? You're going to tap out. All right, cool. So how many books have you written? And which is your favorite? And don't give me that crap talking about favorite is like picking the favorite kid, because we all know everybody got a favorite kid now. So yeah,
it's true.
That's true. I tell people trying to argue with me. I'm like, y'all lying. Everybody got a favorite kid.
I mean, you don't say it.
You don't say it.
You don't treat them differently.
You don't treat them differently,
But
but you be like, that's my right now.
sometimes it depends on the day too, because they get on your nerves at different.
It rotates. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So yeah, it's like I have a bunch of girl cousins, and my aunts they be like, "Oh, that's my best girl right now." Either everybody know we like, it is what it is. Like okay.
I have 8 books. So
Mm-hmm.
Takedown was my 8th that I just released 10 days ago. So my favorite book. Oh geez. You know what? It's a I think Crash is my favorite book. It's the 3rd book that I released, but it's actually the 2nd book that I wrote. Um, so I wrote it right after Crave because I was still on that high and I wanted to still continue on with those characters. And like I said, I really love the female main character in that book. Um, but I also love Broken because Second Chance is one of my favorite tropes.
Mine too.
And with the second chance, like like sometimes you read second chance romances, and for me the breakup has got to be a good reason. It can't be, oh, somebody told me you did or you said. I mean, if this
Right.
is the love of your life, it can't be because of that. And it can't be that you get back together after one apology either. There's got to be a
Right.
big grovel. You got to work for it. You've got to earn it. And that book was really was not. I wouldn't say it was difficult for me to write, but just getting them from you know being in love to broken up to her not wanting anything to do with him, and then back together again. That was challenging to write, to make it believable to the audience.
It was believable. I love the banter between the characters. It's that second chance romances. That's my favorite trope of all time.
But you gotta but the reason for the breakup, though, it's gotta be good. Like
Yeah,
it can't just be, my mother said she saw you with your ex-boyfriend that what.
well, if you are with a girl and my mom say you with your boy, I think that's a good point. That's cool for a breakup. That means you like boys.
But that was not a conversation.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah. I get it. When I was young, I used to do that. I just break up. They be like, we didn't even know. I'm waiting on you at the mall. Like, oh, I broke up.
It's over.
It's over with. Like, what? Just, when them guys see me now, they be like, we want to just beat the hell out of Shay. Okay. We've come to the end of our journey, as the old folks said. We have one question left in our interview, but this has been such an honor and such a great time talking to you, Miss Evelyn.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, so before we ask our last question of the interview, please let everybody know all things Evelyn. Where can they contact you? Where can they go to review your books, your website, all that good stuff, social media handles, all that good stuff?
So you can find me on Instagram. I am Evelyn Sola Writes Every Day. Okay, or is it Evelyn Writes Every Day? Wait, hold on. Let me see.
It's Evelyn.
Okay, Evelyn Writes Every Day. That's my Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Just Evelyn Sola. You'll see my picture there. I'm also on BookBub. I'm on Amazon, so just type in Evelyn Sola in the search engine, and it'll take you to my page. And my website is actually under construction, so I'm hoping that it will be available soon. So I'm gonna put some never before seen content on there once it's available.
Okay, then. Never before seen. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. All right. So the last question of today, Evelyn. Again, thank you so much for joining us. You were absolutely the best. All right. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Oh, geez. The title of it would be God. I always see myself as this little Haitian girl who came to America. So I think the title of my book would be The Little Haitian Girl.
The Little Haitian Girl.
Yes.
That is cool. Okay, I'm with it. I want all that. That's just awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome again Miss Evelyn Sola. Thank you, Miss Evelyn.
Thank you.
All right, hold tight for me. All right, Brown Bookers, if you love the interview, and I know you did, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all know how we get down this Wednesday. 6 o'clock, you're right here with me at the Brown Book Series. At 7 o'clock, we head over to Reese Ryan's page. That's Reese Ryan's Authors Behind the Pages. Yes, Authors Behind the Pages. And after we leave Reese from 7 to 8 at 8 o'clock, we cruise on over to Cruise Radio to be with Iris Boland for Iris Moments. Make sure you also check out Sarah McLean's Fated Mate. It released earlier today as well. It's Wednesday. It's what we do. All things on Wednesdays. Also, if you haven't signed up for the Raw experience yet, please do so. Please do so. Because, honey, they're going to call me and tell me, Shay, you need to add more stuff because more rooms because the people's already booked them up. And I'm like, what? So if you haven't signed up for Raw, please do so. Go to the website, rawexperience.com. That's RRAW experience.com. You can also catch it from the Brown Book Series website as well. It's going to be an awesome event. You do not want to miss it. We've updated the payment for you guys too. So if you want to make a partial payment, you can just go to the website or also just hit us up at Brown Book Series at brownbookseries.com and we'll make sure we'll handle all that for you. All right. Love you guys. Have an awesome week and be blessed.
Brown Book Series presents Raw Romance Readers and Writers Experience. Save the date, October 28th and 29th, 2022. Brown Book Series presents Raw Romance Readers and Writers Experience, October 28th and 29th, 2022 at the Westin Old Town, Alexandria, featuring some of your favorite romance authors, Brenda Jackson, Beverly Jenkins, Iris Boland, Deborah Fletcher Mello, and so much more. The Raw Experience will include book signings, meet and greet, photo ops, vendors, shopping, surprise celebrity guests, and live performances. Registration is wide open at brownbookseries.com. Save the date, October 28th and 29th, 2022. Brown Book Series presents Raw Experience.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book,